How are you doing, Internet? I'm Beanuts. Welcome to the stream. Back to Genshin Impact. Today I want to cover the special program livestream for version 2.0, the biggest update we have had since Leeway was added. And I think it's even bigger than Leeway was. And there's a lot to cover. Some of it I can cover in the game by talking about things that already exist that are changing. However, some of them I can only talk about in relation to the trailer. But there was a lot that they spoke about, as opposed to previous programs. They didn't have the voice actors presenting things. They had the founder CEO Wei presenting it along with people from the production company over at MiHoYo. So it was quite the spectacular event, and you can of course watch it on the Genshin Impact channel on YouTube. The whole special program, they do speak in Chinese, not English, but they also provided subtitles. So that's something. And just like was quite the spectacular. So, things within the game that are changing. The first one I can talk about is the in the teapots. So let's go over to the teapot. Although I'm not sure if I will get there in time, but whatever. Oh, my paramedic transformer is almost ready. I do try to remember about it. So, it would be nice if we got roads and paths, but the thing that MiHo is giving us first for the teapot is a gardening system. So, once we activate it from Tubby, of course, we will be able to start collecting seeds. And we can collect seeds whenever we collect from plants in the wild. So we will collect those. We will be able to purchase a plot of land from Tubby, I believe, and then be able to sow the seeds that we collect. And then after a period of time, I'm not even sure if we'll have to water and tend to the plants in order to make them grow. But we will be able to activate from Tubby, buy the land, and I'm also not sure if it will affect the load for areas. That's something which I'm sure MiHo has thought of. But buy the land, collect the seeds, sow the seeds, and then after a time be able to harvest the plants, which would of course give us further resources that we can use. Which is always a good thing. Let's see, I think there's only 1 day left for these. And it's always a good idea to try to collect as many of these as possible. I don't need to go collecting things from other people's merchants because I already got level 50 on my battle pass. I think most people have. It's very quick to fill. And I think that MiHo, I still think that MiHo needs to extend the battle pass. Well, I actually bought all the ones that were available there for artifacts. So I still have a lot of
If you
questions
ever have it.
about, well, not about this, but about the way the gardening will work, because we don't know how long it would take for the plants, if it's going to take a different amount of time for some of them, if you need to tend to them, which would mean coming into the teapot every time. But we can hope that it's going to be fairly easy to do. Oh, it looks like someone has something to say. Huh. Did their friendship go up?
Hello. Thanks to you, my research is progressing smoothly.
You'd like to have a chat with me?
I'm not very good at making conversation. Most of
Yeah.
my time I spend alone in the laboratory, researching for many hours at a time. If an experiment doesn't quite go to plan, it can even end up being several days. I don't know much about what goes on in the outside world, or the kinds of things that people like to talk about. And, I don't really like to go out and socialize much, even on my days off.
What about socializing with me?
Oh, if it's with you, then... No. I still don't know what would be appropriate to talk about.
It's okay to have nothing in particular to talk about, or whatever comes to mind.
Hearing you say this makes me feel more at ease. I guess I can try.
And Sucrose has revealed why she would not be a good Animo Archon to succeed Venti. Anyway, the next thing to talk about, I would need to go over here. Because the thing that they're modifying is for the Epitome Invocation. And at the moment, I can't really remember what they're calling it, but they will implement a system where you can chart a path, they're calling it, towards whichever of the featured banner weapons are that you want. And if you don't get the weapon that you want, even when you get a 5-star, you will build up
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage.
You will
But the
build up
knights had enough
one
sense to do
fate
away with all the
point.
superfluous detail.
Build up 3 fate points, and you will be able to choose or get the weapon that you're pathing to. You can apparently cancel anytime. Well, I'm not sure if you can switch at any time. But by now, you've probably figured out what the rub is here. Because you need 3 points, 3 fate points, before you can get what you choose. Which means that this will not affect free-to-play players or limited spenders pretty much at all. This is a system, though, that will help the whales and the leviathans, the big spenders who give the most money. Which I'm thinking will please people like Tectone, who could spend a lot of money and still not get the weapons they want. No one wants a repeat of the Staff of Homeless, I believe. Because that was an absurd amount of money, and he kept on losing the 50-50, getting the other weapon that was there. I think it was the Wolf's Gravestone, which is an excellent claymore, but it was not the Staff of Home, which was the one that he was after them.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work?
So
All right then.
this system will allow
yes,
the big
I'll teach
spenders
you all
to be
right.
able to choose
Mark
what they
my
want
words.
and get it within 270 pulls. That's compared to on the limited character banner, which has the 50-50, and because it's only one character, if you get an off banner 5-star, the next time they get the limited character for sure. Which is about 180 pulls. So it's still more pulls than this, but eventually you get there. The other rub is that the fate points do
Knights
not
and
carry
aristocrats
over
share the
from
same
banner
cultural
to banner.
heritage,
So on the
but the
next
knights had enough
epitome
sense to do away
invocation,
with all the
it
superfluous
will drop.
detail.
So if you don't use it, if you don't use it in time, you would lose the fate points, which is a large part in why it will not affect the free-to-play players or the limited spenders who won't be pulling enough for it to matter. So for us, nothing has changed there. For the big spenders, though, it's a pretty big change. And it would mean a lot to them. The biggest news, of course, with 2.0 is Inazuma. And now, I would like to go over to my... I guess I could have checked. Teapot salesman doesn't
You
really
want to
matter.
learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh
I thought
yes,
that would
I'll teach you all right.
pause her.
Mark my words.
Let's just go into the sound here. Can I mute by clicking here? No. Okay. That mutes it. Yeah. So let's go over to here. And I will share with you the trailer, the Immovable God and the Eternal Euphemia trailer. It's a pretty long one, at 5 minutes 9 seconds, but it has a lot of info too. So here we go.
Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
The almighty Shogun.
It's not really playing the way I want it.
Exclusively on our single goal of implementing eternity.
I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Not really playing at the rate that I want. I wonder why. But the visuals are what's most important. Let's... No. The sound for me isn't the sound for you. No. We'll just muddle through it anyway.
But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
That's a new statue of 7.
When a person's ambition
For
reaches
Baal.
a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. In other words, a person's
Oh, come on.
vision represents their ambition.
So we got some new characters there. And Electro
It must
Traveler.
be a possession, right? I see. That reminds me. It seems that his vision was recently confiscated.
The Vision Hunt, right? And new enemies. Like the samurai guy there. So we'll be facing a few of these types of guys. And actually, this will be the first time we go to a region that will have the authorities who are actively hostile towards us. Including the Archon. This is the first time we'll be taking on an Archon. Because they were always on our side before. And that also kind of counts for the Adepti. They were also on our side. We had to face other guys. So, in all honesty, we've never actually gone against and defeated anyone who's particularly powerful without an Archon.
It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing.
For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the
New enemy. So this enemy type, according to what we're told, can shift its form and has a whole bunch of abilities. It is mechanical in nature, probably Inazuman tech. So it's going to be very interesting to fight, I think. And there are multiple types of them as well.
depths.
Electro Minotaurs, Hilitrals, Electro Abyss Mages. Well, and of course we already had Electro Sissing Mages, but Electro type monsters who would have evolved and grown up in Inazuma. So, Electro theme, purple, Inazuma. And the abilities. That one, she is known as the Mirror Maiden. Her abilities have not been revealed, but the comment related to her has been that even enemies can be charmed by her. And electro fields and electro type resources as well. So we'll have to be careful not to get shocked to death. So players of Honkai Impact 3rd will recognize Yae Sakura, but here she's referred to as Yae Miko. Or Yae Miko.
My intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores.
New teleport waypoints as well, challenges, chests, everything that comes with the new region. Including a cafe. And these look like awesome places. New furniture, perhaps, for our teapots? New screens and stuff?
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Thus,
You knew her from long ago, if you've been tracking things. But she is coming.
we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining in.
And here's also another new character. We saw the visions earlier. His name is Toma. Don't really know much about him, but he kinda looks like Child. Oh, and also looks like he's got pop badges on and dog tags. Don't know for sure, but he's probably a 4-star playable character. Certainly if he was reflecting the visions. He's a vision holder.
Different to our own fate. Now, it is time for me to honor my word.
Right for Ayaka. Cryo Swordsman. No, of course, we have had a Cryo Swordsman before. In Kea. So he's a 4-star. He's still a very decent 4-star. So, the only way I'm going to build him is if I pull full cons on him first.
I await your instruction. My apologies. Kamisato art, Sometsu. Do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree.
So, she's probably going to have a lot of AoE stuff, but being a swordsman, of course, she can only do it at short range. Still, we've got a lot of crowd characters, and a lot of very powerful ones.
Is tantamount to challenging a deity. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
Much hype for her, too.
Myself. A festive reprise. I'm Yuimiya.
For Amber, though, she's always been kind of pushed to the side by the other archers. Even like from the beginning. From the beginning, we had Fischl. And even though she can't bust things up with her charged shots the same way Amber can, so she's not always as good as for solving puzzles, at least Amber had the advantage of being the only pyro archer. But now we're going to have Yoimiya, who is a 5-star pyro archer, and looks like Kohaku from Dr. Stone, and all this other stuff. In Amber, unless she receives buffs specifically from MiHoYo, who is going to use her, unfortunately? I don't know that there are going to be, well, most people don't choose her anyway, and thus they're kind of building her as a lark. Or they built almost everyone else. Even though Baron Bunny is one of the best decoys around. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it is the only one that works that way, but still, her DPS is one of the lowest of the game, which is the main reason why people don't tend to use her. But now we have Yoimiya. So Amber is going to be used even less, because Yoimiya, being an Amber, being a cryo archer, just like Amber, she can burst things like the electro crystals. Or Amber. And she's been the first one to help the travel. That's really sad. I really hope Amber gets something.
Great to meet ya. Fire hazard.
Good, there we go. So, at least Yoimiya doesn't have a decoy doll just like Amber, so there's some stuff Amber still has. But still, she looks like she's going to have some really high DPS. And being Pyro, she could even have higher DPS than Ganyu, who is currently one of the highest DPS units in the game. Even right out of the box as a C0. But here is Sayu.
At your disposal. And away I go. Ninjutsu.
In addition to us,
So, in case you didn't see it, Sayu is a Claymore user. I can find let's go for it a bit.
Fire hazard. Sayu. Shumatsubari at your disposal.
Yeah, so what's showing here is she's going to be an Anemo user. Now, there are going to be some people who are disappointed that she's not going to be the first Dendro character, or a Dendro character, period, because it's the only element that isn't represented by a playable character so far. Right now, we know that there are 2 Dendro characters in the game. One of them was leaked, or speculated, so I can't really talk about her. But we have seen one in the game as part of Zhongli's story, and that's Baiju, the boss of the pharmacy in Liyue Harbor, and also caretaker for Chi-Chi. And we know that he is Dendro because you can see his vision hanging on his hip. But he's not a playable character as of yet. At least he's in the game, so there's some representation within the characters, as opposed to just being represented by Dendro Samatro, one of the Hilichurl casters. But she is Anemo and a Claymore user. And unfortunately, just as in the case with Diona, her weapon will change shape. It'll shrink to fit her frame rather than staying the same size it is by default. So rather than seeing a Chibi-Ko, a tiny girl, wielding a massive weapon, we're going to see her wield something that's more her size. It'll be more comparable, I think, to a one-handed sword, but still she won't have the reach, but she'll still have the damage, basically. Plus she has a battle buddy. So hopefully you saw her claymore on one of those.
There is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Alright, so as I said, we're going to be going up against the authorities in Inazuma. But there will also be resistance cells throughout Inazuma who will be against the Vision Hunt and against the oppressive policies of the Eternal Shogun of Baal. And they'll be the ones who will be helping us, and I guess we'll be helping them. So not everyone will be hostile in the lands. We'll have some assistance, at least. Oh, as long as Baal's force system worked a bit.
Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group.
Remove all threats to eternity!
Well, there's another vision holder. Some people are hoping that, well, I think most people, if not everyone, is going to be hoping that she is going to be a playable character as well. I don't really know what her name is, but she's an electro archer, like Fischl. And it looks like this is Toma's back, and we're being shown that he's Geo, I believe. That doesn't look like Pyro, that looks like Geo. Which is pretty interesting. If he's a playable character, Geo doesn't have a whole lot. And I think he's most likely a 4-star. But she, as Baal's right-hand woman, is probably a 5-star. It wouldn't make terribly much amount of sense if she becomes a playable character to make her a 4-star, because Fischl is already a 4-star.
By order of the Almighty Shogun!
With a bow.
Adopted daughter of the Kunju clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army.
The resistance never betrays its...
It's girl, I think.
So...
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryo Commission?
The wait is over, my comrades.
And looks like an older barber. By the bubbles would indicate Hydro. Maybe a catalyst user, maybe not. But definitely a lot of people are going to roll for her based solely on the aesthetics of her character alone. And some people have speculated that she's a 4-star, but don't know for sure. But this trailer alone has revealed so many characters. You don't know who's going to be playable or not for sure. But there you go. And Baal herself. Raiden, the Eternal Shogun.
You will be inlaid upon this statue.
Well, that's a pretty full trailer on its own. So, one of the challenges, Thunder Sojourn, has Bolt Blitz, Lightning Round, Weaving Lightning, and Automation Frost. These are the Chief Technical Officer of the Alcor is searching for an important target and urgently needs the help of experienced adventurers. So it looks like some of these challenges might take place on your journey to Inazuma or upon reaching it. That's definitely a large piece of land. and that's some Electro stuff. But we're still dealing with the crew of the Alcor, which is Beto's flagship. Take part in the event to exchange for plentiful rewards. I see a Crown of Insight there as well. And that looks like Beto's character. So they're offering a free copy of Beto for constellations if you have her. If you don't have her, you can add her. Primo Gems, Crown of Insight, Purple Experience Books, Mora. Can't really see. Oh, those are, I think, weapon material and shard. And some of the, and that's for weaving lightning as well. Oh, but those are Phantom Flow. Beat all manner of powerful enemies using the world's greatest martial art, Shinryu. As long as they can find their center, anyone can be the strongest in table. So this will be another defeat the monster challenge. There were some others that it showed. Oh, that's just the flow of the challenges. Theater Mechanicus will be back. The tower defense, which a lot of people really enjoyed. So, of course, we'll have to build up our points again in order to modify the towers, I think. Thanks to the efforts of the Theater Mechanicus, Representative Konakata, everyone's favorite game from Leeway is finally available in Inazuma. According to Konakata, in its latest iteration, the original gameplay of Theater Mechanicus has been expanded upon with more unique content. And I definitely enjoyed Theater Mechanicus as well. And I actually would like it if Miho would add it permanently as a permanent feature of the game. I do understand that they have limits for how much space, especially for those who are playing mobile on their phones. One thing that has been suggested by Tectone as a possibility is having the options available as DLC. So every player chooses which parts they want to have installed on their version of the game. They download it and they play it. And as well, in that way, if they wanted to switch, they could uninstall a specific DLC package and install a different one. Lost Riches. And we have that before. There's something that you meet a treasure hunter by the Inazuman seaside. It's blurry, that's why I think it's Almond. He was once the partner of a treasure-seeking Seelie, but for reasons unknown, the Seelie suddenly stopped responding to him. However, the Seelie seems to be quite interested in you. Perhaps you can become its new treasure hunting partner. Oh, right, that's the one where we earned the Seelie pet. So, we'll get it first as a device that allows us to, within a certain zone on the map, and you can see it on the mini-map there, look for different treasures and pop out different things that we can pick up, and also points, and some or most of them will spawn some monsters for us to fight as well. And once we've earned enough points, we can pick a Seelie. If you did Lost Riches before, you will already have one. I have the golden one, but this would allow me to choose the pink or the blue and add them as well. Just as an example, you can do sort of the same thing. So Lost Riches is back, Theater Mechanics is back, Leyline Overflow makes a return. So we will be able to, I believe, double the output from the Blossoms of Wealth and Revelation using original resin only. Which is always good if you're still building characters like I am. New 5-star weapons, of course, will be added to the weapons banner. Thundering Pulse, new Electro Bow. Oh, not necessarily Electro, actually. They could be used by any character. It's just a question of whether or not its stats and abilities are suited to it. And also, it could be a claymore, but it also could be as a one-handed sword. So, being as it's a katana, it'd be cool if they added two-handed swords as well. No, we have a number of one-handed swords, and in reality there were also a lot of two-handed swords made. But both of them look pretty epic. Of course, I would like to have more 5-star weapons, but I can't afford to do character banners and weapon banner. I certainly can't afford to go for full 8 points. But, and this is exciting news, something that I've been waiting for in particular, 4-star craftable weapons. All with the same aesthetic. And they look pretty awesome in my opinion. This one kind of looks like the Vision housings in Inazuma. So we've got the bow, Hayayumi, the one-handed sword, Amino ma Kageuchi, almost said Animo. The polearm is Katain Cross Spear. The claymore is Katsugikiri Nagamasa. And the catalyst is Hakushin Ring. It'd be interesting if it was actually a ring, but I think it's based on something else and not a ring in itself. But if we take these, the one-handed sword and the claymore, and compare it to the appearance of the 5-star blade from previous, just looking at the blade, well, the blade length and width kind of suggests that it's going to be used as a one-handed sword. The blade isn't as thick, as wide as the claymore, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything in particular. I do think that it's a one-handed sword, though. And it's probably intended to be used with Ayaka rather than being used with Sayo. So we've got 2 new artifact sets coming. The Emblem of Severed Fate. 2-piece set will be energy recharge plus 20%, and 4-piece set will be increases on the burst damage by 20% of energy recharge. A maximum of 75% bonus damage can be attained in this way. So at most you can do 75, you can't do 100 on this, but the energy recharge indicates that this is going to be ideal for those who have the slower recharge on their ultimates. So it could be good for Beto, it could be good for Shinsho, it could also be good for Noelle in that way, although they won't necessarily increase defense unless it's on the stat for Noelle. For everyone else, yeah, it could be pretty good for those who are slower. And then you have Jimin now as Reminiscence. Attack plus 18%, or 2% 4-piece set is when casting an elemental skill. If the character has 15 or more energy, they lose 15 energy, and normal charge plunging attack damage is increased by 50% for 10 seconds. Again, they lose energy from casting a skill, not the burst skill. So that will drain out that. So as opposed to charging energy, you lose energy. But on the other hand, it's 50% increase of any attack, normal, charge, plunging attack damage. 50% for 10 seconds. Non-stacking though. But the only limit is the elemental skill. So it's not good for someone like Child who has a long cooldown on their skill. But if it's someone who has a short one, like Bennett, he has a short one. Kea has a short cooldown on his skill. Most of the animal characters, I think, have short cooldowns. Also, some characters can do multiple. They have multiple charges, or can have multiple charges. For example, Zhao, I believe, starts with 2 charges on his elemental skill. So he can do his charging spinning charge twice, which means that you can, after the 10 seconds, pop it again. But you do have to have 15 or more energy in order to use this. So you can't pop it off immediately, but I think every character charges their energy with their elemental skill or attack, or certain attacks. But it also depends on the element in the set. But if you have this 4-piece set, you're going to want some stats to be energy recharge. Because otherwise you're not going to be able to use this very often. But if you can use this often. So there are 2 limits on this. One is the elemental skill cooldown, which makes it good for those who have short skill cooldowns. And then you need to have 15 or more energy in order to use it. And it costs exactly 15 energy. So this would be good on someone like Bennett. Maybe Ganyu too, because her charge attack is pretty crazy. And then for plunging, you have Zhao, you have Kazuha, who can do it all on their own at any time, or basically almost any time. Although Kazuha can do it, he can launch himself using his skill, which is good. Zhao, though, can only use his plunging off of it. Well, not only, but when he's in his air. And when he uses his ultimate, that boosts his jumping height. And then he can do his plunge. So it's not going to be great for Zhao, because he needs the energy to launch his elemental burst. But if you've already got him in the air, then you can use it anyway. And it's also triggered whenever you use an elemental skill with 15 or more energy. So you're not necessarily going to be able to choose. As well, the amount of times I've accidentally pressed E without meaning to, pressed E or Q, and used up all my energy and had to charge it again, indicates to me that this is going to be a pain unless I really focus. So, yeah, I'm going to have to focus more on what I'm doing. And that's the contents of the trailer. You can, of course, watch the special program for yourself. It is just over an hour long. But that is something that that has a lot of stuff in it. That is a lot of new content, and Inazuma is going to be unlike any other region we've had. Not only aesthetic-wise, it's going to be an archipelago, like the Golden Apple Archipelago, only on a much larger scale. And speaking of which, I could actually go there right now in order to do the challenge. So, yeah, there's going to be a whole lot going on within Inazuma. Of course, you have new chess waypoints in Oculi and Catherine and prototypes. Yeah. Is the right one? No. Which tab is it? Oh. There, it was here. I've been saving my prototypes for this because I heard that there were going to be new weapons, and as well, not a whole lot of the weapons we can currently forge are all that useful, especially when you can get better weapons from the gacha, even 4-star ones. So I have a boatload of bows. I have some one-handed swords. The claymores are the ones I've been most trying to save up. I now have 3. I have 1 book. I have 4 spears. So I'll be able to craft quite a bit when we get Inazuma, and Inazuma should drop after Kasuga's banner sometime. So end of July, early August. So that'll be good. But yes, we do have a lot of things to look forward to. Did I attempt this yet or no? I did not. So gonna want someone with who can do swirl on this. Got every slime and some abyss mages in the blazing. Why am I in co-op mode? Because I entered my teapot? I'll just pour it straight there. So yeah, a lot there. I should probably switch my Twitch over from just chatting. I am hyped for Inazuma though. there's going to be so much new stuff. And of course, they also pointed to the new resources. We're going to have electro plants to collect as well. And combine that with the ability to garden, the farm stuff. So we're going to be able to grow quite a bit as long as we can afford the land. I don't know if the farming is going to go on the islands that we couldn't build on before, or if they go onto the existing ones. But we'll find out when it comes. Let's change our party and add someone in. Let me try it with Kaza.
All right, let's head off.
I probably should still have a tank, but I want to try to increase my DPS as much as possible too. I could try double animal. He's not ready yet. And try it with Hu Tao. Or go in with Kaching so I have Electro too. As opposed to doubling up an element. Oh, actually.
Send one, send them all.
We can't do that. We can't do this in co-op. I'm going to want to change this to Japanese for her. I am sorry about that. Oh, there's a mint. More stuff here. May as well collect it on the way down. Berries. I wonder if berries will also give us seeds. I have a lot of questions. Yeah, I gave him the iron point. Okay, let's give it a shot, shall we? I'll try it on the highest and see what happens. Oh, right. I don't have that equipped, do I? Why can't I get off it? I'm trying to use my elemental skill, but I can't. Oh, now he did. Come on. Oh, this is bad to try to do it with lag. Okay.
Yo, みんなは俺が燃えろ。
この仕事は排除するべきですね。
Right.
おい。よっ。いってらっしゃい。お。行こう。おった。
みんながそばにいて。
Now it's switching properly.
相関結晶。
マイル。それ。これ。よ。せい。
Uh,
せい。風の行く先を。
Oh, you can cause swirl on almost
知らな
anything.
く惜しみ。それ。
Where's the disc? Oh, I could still do it even when I was frozen.
風の赴くまま。や。
おい。よっ。さ。やっほー。
Yeah, who, me?
両弦のチャンス。
Oh, come on, dodge.
みんなは俺が守れ。
部外石。や。
I looked around to see if there was more than one. But sometimes that does happen. Oh, sweet. Oh, that's way too late. Yeah, I had too late a start on that. Let's try it again. There's the one that start. Oh, come on. Good deal.
みんながそばにいてく。
相関結晶。
風を知れ。これ。
行こう。よっ。
No.
風の行くさ。せい。はっ。よっ。はっ。風の歌。雲の行くごと。
部外石禁止。この仕事は排除するべきですね。
それ。そこだ。はっ。
行こう。おい。
Trying to switch between them often enough.
燃えろ。みんながそばにいてくれ。心配無
Come
用。
on.
風を知
Why
れ。
wouldn't it let me? Come on, dude. That's not good. Come on. That was a good one. Already have level 3. Oh, at least it was better, but it still sucked. Quite literally. Sometimes you can get more points from doing a lower level, because they're more fragile. They're super fragile, so I can get them faster. I'm already at level 3, I don't need that. Oh, I should center around him, shouldn't I? Come on. It already disappeared. Oh, that's not gonna work on you. Didn't really need that. I don't even know if I probably missed. Got some heals, but not that much.
風を知れ。はっはっと。
部外者禁止。
And it's kind of irrelevant at this point. Okay, not the one I wanted.
風の行く。せい。ほれ。
Oh. Let's try that mid-low.
Momichi
瑠璃のように落ちなさい。
燃えろ。みんなは俺が守れ。風を知れ。はっはっ。
表現のチャンス。ヤッホー。おい。
燃えろ。みんながそばにいてくれるわ。
お下がり禁止。
そこだ。くらえ。
Yeah, I figured I wouldn't need that. You're ready to die.
風雪の縮図。
風の赴くままに。はっ。風の中、雲の行くごと。くらえ。はっ。どうよ。はっ。せい。へい。全力攻撃だ。風をし。それ。ふっ。
You're already charging.
部外者禁止。
燃えろ。みんながそばにいてくれる。はっ。
瑠璃のように落ちなさい。
風の行く先。はっ。そこだ。
Where'd he go? You made me waste my shot. Oh, he's already inside it.
くらえ。風をし。それ。はっ。
This one was too slow.
全力攻撃。風の赴くままに。せい。そこだ。もみちば散らまく惜しみ。
部外者禁止。
風をし。はっはっはっ。なんの。燃えろ。
おい。
くらえ。風の行く先を。
It's pretty hard for me. And my timing is way off, too. I couldn't get to 2,000 points here either. 1,470 was the best that I could do, regardless of the difficulty I set. Stage features: when the active power scores a hit on an opponent, a vacuum field is created at that position. It will pull other nearby enemies and deal damage based on 200% of the character's attack. Vacuum field can be triggered this way only once every 5 seconds. Lesson number 1. Increase attack by 25%. 50%. Increase all party members' attack by 100%. Additionally, when the active character scores a normal or charge attack, an elemental blast occurs at the location, dealing untold damage to nearby opponents. It will randomly be electro, pyro, cryo, hydro, and can be triggered up to once every 8 seconds in this way. And we have treasure hoarders. All elements will be effective against them. Is there a flower farm point near there? So I do think that I have enough of them to be able to get Asaha to max. Oh, rope boots. Or dandelion seeds. Oh, I'm on the dandelion island. I'm somewhere down there.
Yuko.
Don't bug me. Unless you want to come over here. Oh, good, they turned around. I'm not about it. It's got a pretty wide AoE. I think there's some down here too. I should summon the Wave Rider so I can...
Yuko.
Oh, there it is. I don't even have to climb up. Don't want to move? Where are they running? I thought I was gonna miss them. I don't exactly know why I thought I was gonna miss them. Your charge won't reach me. I sometimes wonder about the Helitrops. I mean, we know from our dealings with them and Elon Musk that they're intelligent. They have language and everything else. So, why don't they ever leave us alone? That's interesting. He might get drawn into the fight, but then that'll be it for him. I should probably heal them up. Not Huta. Well, maybe a bit Huta. Okay. That's enough. Alright, let's try it on the hardest level first. Now they move. It's the wrong thing. I thought I had it. I waited a bit for them to be sucked in first. It's charged, but not. Really? It must suck being frozen like that. That's pretty big. Let's see if I can kill him. Alright. That was pretty bad. It's both of them. Again.
散らまく惜しみ
Oh, come on.
風の行く先せいそこだはっはみんながそばにいてへっくらえ
部外者禁止。瑠璃のように落ちなさい。
みんなは俺が守れ
お触り禁止。
風をしそれ風の雲の行くごとくらえよし出発だ全力攻撃だはっ風の重せいほれ相手を間違えたなそれ雲なく借りなく時
風雪の縮図。次の仕事は
風を知れはっ行こう相手を間違えたなみんながそばにいてくれくらえ風の行く先をそれそこだくらえもみちが散らまく惜しみ
Oh, that was totally mistimed.
前へはっほれ全力攻撃だ
I need to draw
瑠
more
璃
in.
のように落ちなさい。相関化粧。
はっはっや
おい、行こう。よっ。さあ、いってらっしゃい。おい。お、あ、おい。お。
くらえはっ
部外者禁止。
風を知れほれ相手を間違えたなみんながそばにいてくれれば傷なんて痛まない
風雪の縮図。
風の雲の行くごと風の重せいふっはっ
お触り禁止。
Almost enough for silver. That one Hilichurl is still there. That's kind of awesome in its own way. Oh, come on.
新しい実験対象だもみちが散らまく惜しみ風の行く先をはっそこだせいみんなは俺が守れ
相関化粧。瑠璃のように落ちなさい。
風を知れせい
Heavy this time. Momentum disc, I need that. And do it from that close. Come on.
みんながそばにいてくれはっ風の雲の行くごと
お触り禁止。
はっはっ
can't move when you're aiming at.
燃えろ風の行く先をはっくらい間違えた相手を間違えたな
Are you sure about that?
全力攻撃だ風を知れせいう
がいせ禁止。
燃えろ
この仕事は排除するべきですね。
風の赴くままにそこ雲なく借りなく時風の行く先それ
Right.
チャンスだチャンスだそりゃいざせえね聞くぞ相手を間違えたみんながそばにいてくれるわ
風雪なし崩
風の赴くはっもみちも白幕押し
うがいせ禁止。
風よせいそこだはっ
I didn't quite mean to pop that.
そりゃ
ヤッホーパ行こ
Did she say hippo?
う。おい、いやや
I get caught on the ice.
燃えろ風の行く先をはっ燃えろ
Come on, kill the guy. No? That was worse somehow. Oh well. As you can see, I can't quite do it. At least I get the premiums. They're at an easy enough difficulty that anyone should be able to get them, which is good. Oh, come on.
Yuko.
You be sure you want any of this?
お下がり禁止。
I'm kind of getting frustrated right now. So I hope you'll forgive a little bit of misplaced aggression.
風の行く先それくらいいざ行こう
Let's go collect some flowers and just, you know, enjoy the fact that we have a boat for now. Seriously, just a sandbar there. Unfortunately, we will not have the wave rider for much longer. Oops. I parked too close. There we go. Someone with combat over there. That's the kaboo ball thing. Doesn't really matter. And the Magukenki will be in Inazuma as well. Not really caring where I'm going right now, just enjoying. No, if a raft isn't going to be destroyed by the storms around Inazuma, why don't we just use a wave rider? Do these things regenerate? Oh, there's a chest over there too. Where are you leading me? We'll get that chest. And then maybe I'll sign off it. Oh, that does do something. Eh, Hello.
風を知れそれそこだくらえ
They're a little tougher than I
お
thought.
さわり禁止
Or not. Okay. I don't know. What else should I do? I guess I could do one of my dungeon runs for artifacts. I think I either turned down the auto heal or I turned it on. Statue.
即戦即決。必ずあなたをお守りします。
The king sounded so aggressive. It took me off guard. You really get fully healed just in that time? Did I get that or not? Okay, I got it. How come we haven't seen Wei here since his event? Oh, I can gather resources pretty well. Alright, I know which one I want to do. It's good we know which artifacts we're going to be getting and what their stats are. That way we can compare them to the ones that we have no idea what the stats are for the weapons that will be coming out. Of course, I have no idea what will work there. Who did I take in here with me?
いいだろ
It doesn't really matter to have animal when there are only 2 monsters. I mean, it does reduce their resistance, especially sucrose. But I can manage without that. Should have knocked him out. He wasn't switching properly. Oh, come on. You like pushing people around, huh? How do you like to be pushed? There we go. What's that?
冒険だ冒険。せ
I knew that was coming and still couldn't quite dodge.
くらえ。よし。みんなは俺が守る。じ岩山八九。せくらえ。
健康よ、世の乱れを切り尽くせ。
任せて。死の風格に気をつけます。やはっ。
The health drain is almost irrelevant compared to her heal. Oh, the heat pad came to us.
岩山八九。天理チョーク。
It's dead. I should have tried to recharge them first, though. Let's finish off with her because she's finished it. Wait, this hasn't been capturing properly this whole time? See, this is why it's important to have an audience to tell you this stuff. I did those challenges before, but I'd have to do them again to show.
Kenyo Banjuk. 燃えろ。みんながそばにいてくれるわ。
Why did I double shield? That.
Ganzan Hachikyu. 燃えろ。
助けが必要な方がいるはず。
Still no pad. Come on.
Kenyo Banjuk. Tendo.
You can escape, baby.
全力攻撃だ。
Oh, there's a heat pad. Thanks for knocking me into it, dude.
メイドの礼儀に気をつけます。これで間に合う。や
や
逃がさ
How do I switch to?
隙あり燃えろみんなは俺が守る
じや岩の重さははっ
新天道地
瞬く間はっやっ
冒険だ冒険霹靂先陣
じふわっ健康よ世の乱れを切り尽くせ
暗山八九天理チョークくらえ全力攻撃だ
I'll save it until after that breaks.
いけ我が剣よ影に従え
Oh, is that going to? No, it didn't quite do it. I never collect on him. Although maybe it would be good luck. I'll just do one challenge. No, it was bad luck. Get the mage, not that guy.
死の風格に気をつけます。これで間に合い。
みんながそばにいてくれれば
いけ。逃がさない。
He was pinning me.
燃えろ 揺らぐことなしや燃えろ
じ
全力攻撃だいやどうや
Come on.
は天道ここにある
That recharge it right back up.
いけ。健康よ世の乱れを切り尽くせ。
Everyone was charged?
みんなは俺が守れ天理チョーク岩山八九
たまたま期待に応えられなかった。
Really? Looks like there's a case for Come on. Wait.
戦場のお掃除の時間です。はっ。やっ。
Come on.
剣女盤石。はっ。
任せてください。た。
Oh, there's a heat gun.
これで間に合いますね。
天道万象。剣女盤石。
みんながそばにいてくれ。せえ。
我が剣よ、影に従え。
Not enough to finish it yet.
じって。
Wait, that's the wrong way.
行くわよ。
I'm used to going up the stairs to collect the treasure. That's an interesting one. But it's HP. Two more. And since I was capturing the wrong thing, I'll do the challenge again and then sign. Just enough in.
こにある。
You can be mashing the button, it won't respond right.
難攻不落。みんながそばに。燃えろ。ね。
行け。はっ。逃がさない。
I should really do the alt first for energy.
Yep. また。はっ。Yep.
くらえ。
Need to charge Zhongli. I went the wrong way again. I didn't actually. Alright, let's see whose artifact I can find. Sure, why not? He has skills that work off of HP, so this one actually works pretty well for him. Unless I really wanted to switch. See what stat gets added. Oh, that would need a plus 20. For sure I have enough room by now.
休むことも大事だけど、
Not the worst start attack for him. And it's only 3. That one was better. But why can't I get a decent artifact? Last run for this. And use my resin to recharge some condensed. Can't see. Oh, there's one. And put me around gravity. Stupid knockback. Really? You can actually hit me hard enough.
天道ここにあり。
行け。健康よ、世の乱れを切り尽くせ。行くわよ。
くらえ。
No.
想定内の不運だ。
正気を
Really?
間違えたわ。
難攻不落。
綺麗にメイドの礼儀に気をつけます。
天道万象。
助けが必要な方がいるはず。
More damage.
隙あり。
Okay, she does.
隙あり。はっせ。ふっはっふっ。隙あ。
これで間に合いますね。
How much time do I have left before I can use a revive? 6 seconds. I don't want it to be random.
岩山八九。はっ、いざ。燃えろ。へっ。天理チョーク。ふっふっ。隙あり。
任せ。戦場のお掃除の時間です。
And she finishes him. Oh, that could work in its cryo damage bonus cut. You bet that's not a 5-star. Okay, I'll go after the challenge. Because I was not capturing the right window, I'll demonstrate it once more. The thing is, I can capture Star Trek Online directly through the game capture, but I can't do that I can't do that with the with Genshin. I have to do a Windows cap. And I got to go all the way across the island to do that. Maybe I should try with a different setup this time. My party, when I tried it before, was Bennett, Ganyu, Kazuha, and Butao. And I only used Ganyu for her skill in alt pretty much. I didn't have time to use her anything else basically. Wait, that's the wrong thing. I need the Harpastum. One of those is still there. That guy popped pretty big. I guess that's normal for them. Guess they don't see me from that far away. The Jing is dead, so I'm not going to include her.
遊撃騎士行動に移る
Let's try Sucrose.
絶対に成功させる。
Well, the Kazuha was quite frankly pretty good. His skill create, well, both their skills create a vacuum there. I'm gonna do faster than charge. And perfect bio. And either do Klee for her bombs, but she's fragile, or Lin Shin for her Pyronado. Oh, we are in the islands.
やったー！大冒険だ！
Well, she's the tankier one. That's about right. Oops.
安全距離確認。ボンボン爆弾。なんだなん。よいしょ。ドッカー花火。
switch.
無双の風。
みんなは俺が守る。ね。
6308式ユニット。
冒険くらえ。
吸引テスト開始。
I'm great.
逃げよう。あ。6308式ユニット。
兵糧のようにうなれ。決闘せよ。やっ。はっ。へい。やっ。
I burst on no one. Oh, I could do that.
吸引テスト開始。超拡散形態。
くらえ。ね。はっ。ほっ。はっ。相手を間違えたな。チャンスだ。みんながそばにいてくれる。
What? I didn't revive her?
冒険だ冒険。
はじけだ。ボンボン爆弾。6308式ユニット。安全距離確認。
そりゃ燃えろ。
吸引テスト開始。はじけだ。安全距離確認。
燃えろ。全力攻撃だ。
7号式モジュール。
くらえ。
But a different playstyle than I'm used to. Definitely. What happened? Let's try with Genshin.
食材は全部持ったよ。
I'm going to want to put out a GABA almost immediately. But I also have to do this. That was one of my worst scores ever.
Goバ火を吹け。
燃えろ。よし。
吸引テスト開始。6308式ユニット。
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。傷なんて痛まない。痛え。
安全距離確認。
わめきなさい。憲兵王を立つ。へい。それ。はっ。よっ。へい。決闘せよ。それ。はっ。
くらえ。はっ。
Oh, Pyronita
料
is
理
up.
の時間だよ。はっはっ。630超拡散形態。
Didn't use it properly.
みんなは俺が
I knew there was a third, but I was jumping around so much until it properly ran. Ah, I'm good stuck.
全力攻撃だ 相手を間違えたな
Too bad it doesn't store extra.
7号式モジュール安全距離確認救援テスト開始料理の時間だよ話が通じないならそれや
みんながそばにいてくれ燃えろ
ゴーバー火を吹く
みんなは俺が守る
決闘せよそれ走行のオン粉々よよっ
熱々でしょ師匠の技を食らいなさいはあそれはあ
くらえ相手を間違えた
I think I activate. They're getting much more aggressive,
全力攻撃だ
which of course is credit to them.
ゴーバー
You need a heal before this thing ends. I felt like it got much further. How come I only got that score? I tried showing off Kazuha before, and maybe I should call him back. Where is he?
拙者を連れて行くのか
Oh, his Japanese voice is good too. Wasn't there a third one?
熱々でしょ安全距離確認
前にせいはっはっはっ雲が借りなく時はっふっやっふっやっみんながそばにいてくれはっはっ
へっ超拡散形態
よっせいはっはっ俺へっ全力攻撃だへっへっ
料理の時間はっ6308式ユニット
風の重みそれふっはっへっよし出発だ
安全距離確認
何の
Why couldn't I use it?
くらえねはっ
Huh.
ぼみんながそばにいてふっ
熱々でしょ
相手を間違えたら
メガネが粉々になる
風の行く先を風の雲の行くごとせいそれ
かけっこしましょう。やあ、師匠の技を食らいなさい。無双の風、こうなるはずじゃ。吸引テスト開始。安全距離確認。
I'm trying to switch and run.
みんなは俺が守れ。風を知れせい雲が借りなく時
チャンスだ。
I might have missed that. Oh, come on.
相手を間違えたな。重い拳を受け止めるか。
I'm at max anyway.
6308式ユニット超拡散形態。
全力攻撃だ。
I'm to lose.
もみち散らまく
Oh, I was completely in the wrong place for it anyway. That's frustrating. Oh well. Really? After all that time?
それ
料理の時間だよ。ゴバ、火を吹け。
You really had no idea. Alright, let's go heal him up and awesome. Also, Kaching is still dead, so she needs to be. Well, in any case, we covered the 2.0 program and what was revealed in it. We did a bit of a challenge. And I did some artifact digging. About artifacts, nothing with really good stats. Well, that's nothing unusual. You just gotta keep going and don't be discouraged until you get what you want. I am looking forward to Inazuma and all the new stuff that'll be in it. So, that's good. And in the meantime, I'm going to continue to have fun with what we do have. Yeah, I have enough for everyone. Go back to my standard party.
仕事の時間ですか？
I did get higher scores with Ganyu in the party, even though
即戦即
I
決。
didn't really use her chart shot.
嬉しい。あ、いえ。
I just didn't use tanks because it didn't seem like I needed them. And I've only lost one person in my party the entire time. So at least that I can be happy with. Anyway, I think that will be it for this stream and video. I do hope that you enjoyed it, found it informative, useful, maybe a little bit entertaining, even though I messed up pretty big in the middle there. So, if you liked what you saw out of the stuff that you could see, you can, of course, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and ring that bell if you're watching me on YouTube. If you're watching me on Twitch, you can leave me a follow. I'd greatly appreciate it. And you get notifications when I go live. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter. And you'll find further VODs on my YouTube and Twitch of gameplay, reviews, and builds of models. Now I will choose someone to raid and sign in. I've never raided Lumi before. So I did raid Mary, I think, last time. For the previous 2 times I raided Mary Weather. So thanks again for watching, and until the next stream video or whatever, please do stay safe, stay healthy, and be excellent to one another. Bye-bye.